Hello, I'm Will Forge, and today we will forge. Let's see. So yesterday we adjusted lighting to be a little more space station-y. A little more like it's being lit up by more ambient lights. And we adjusted some stuff over here. What happened here? Is that piece? Yeah, it is. Why did this get rotated? Okay. Weird. Looks like it rotated by 15 degrees. Not exactly certain where it was, but I'm thinking around there, probably. It's not rotated right. Okay. I might have snapped it to there and then just been doing this. There we go. Nope, that's not right. It's supposed to continue that repeating dark line. Let's see, let's get this right. Oh, I think it needs to get one more, actually. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, so that probably should touch there. Just trying to figure out what that angle was. Oh. There we go. That's the correct angle. So it matches that one. This one seems off. Something weird is going on here, which appears to be magnet into there, so I could probably adjust it and then snap it back right there. That's making the edge not quite right. There we go. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure, but it looks like this is pretty good. I don't think anyone's gonna fuss over that. Okay. Now, where are we going next? Oh, I'm not in. First off, I need to go live chat, and I need to open my actual stream. There we go. Someone has hopped in, but I am not sure who. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Okay. So this side, I'm thinking about copying this over today. This glass. And then I gotta change the plants. So if this is gonna be the red base, because Ripshade had set those pipes to red, which still need to be adjusted, but and he's got the red chairs back here, which looks dope. Then that means I'll either change the lighting or I can add plants. I was thinking about adding plants in here that have red. Like those are tomato plants, honestly. You know what I could do? One of the things I could do. Primitives. Where is it? Spheres. And we're gonna go with this one and make it red and make it a little tomato. Let's see. Let's make it look like a nice, juicy, ripe tomato. What the heck? How'd you go? That, to me, looks like a perfect little tomato. Okay, that'll be great. It's got some blemishes on the outside, but whenever it's smaller... Wait, does it not go any... Really? Wait, what's going on? Oh, I just had that. Okay, I thought it wasn't going to go any smaller for a second there. Okay, I need to try this. Is this not going to be able to get to a proper size? Well, I won't have very much variation in how large they are, because that's as small as it gets. Let me see, actually. Sometimes the digital... Or, like, not putting in here. Okay, well, not much smaller. 0.5 apparently is as small as it gets. That's not bad. I just wish that I could make smaller ones that were, like, green. They're not ripe. And you might look at these and say, why are these plants not drooping? These are some pretty big tomatoes for these little tiny plants. And I say to you, we are on a space station. Maybe it doesn't have one-to-one Earth gravity, gravity. And that maybe, just maybe, these are actually quite light here, despite their mass. There we go. That's my thinking. Okay, now I need to figure out something that's also round, like a little sphere, that I can turn red and look like a smaller, or turn green and make smaller ones, or maybe a yellower, like it's starting to turn red. Because don't they go through a yellow phase? Let me see. I believe tomatoes go through. Oh, here we go. Tomato ripening stages. I think they go yellow first. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Starts green, goes yellow, turns red. Okay, so I just need to find a good sphere. Or something to the effect of a sphere. Actually, not a sandbag, but there's a backpack, because tomatoes aren't exactly round. They get rounder as they get older. That's another thing, so I'll just find a, where is it? I think there's a sack. Large UNC pillar, pallet, panel cover, radio, roof, sleeping bag. Sleeping bag rolled up. Let's see what happens if I make this extremely small. Ooh, it can go super duper small. And then I make it just really bright green. And then we can see if we put it into the, if we put it inside the bush, you won't necessarily see those straps. Let's see, how green is that? Too green. And not quite yellow enough. I think a good greenish yellow looks perfect. Let's see if this works. This may not work. We're gonna find out. I'm not sure what that paint layer was, but I don't think it was the straps. This is fabric linen rough, so I think this is the actual. Yeah. Okay, so through the glass, in the bush. Okay. Just wish it would move for me. Put it right there. Let's see if that's visibly not a tomato. Yeah, it looks kind of like a tomato. I don't think it should be cardinally rotated like that. It's pretty unnatural looking. How it's where it's located. Where did I select the correct thing? Sword fern small. No. Oh my gosh. Ah. There we go. I think it needs to rotate this way. Yeah, that looks good. Move on a world level. And rotate on a world level. There we go. So tomato plants. I think this one is a little bit... It's poking out a little too far. It doesn't look like it's hanging from anything. Ooh. Why is it so hard to control this morning? There we go, that's a little better. I think maybe this one you can tell. It's sitting right next to the other one. It feels like it's at the exact same angle, and it is at the exact same angle, so it feels a little weird. There we go. Tuck it away underneath a leaf. And that looks a little bit better. So red base is going to have red plants. So we're going to emphasize these a little more than they are up here, because I kind of have them tucked away as little mushrooms underneath there. Maybe put the other mushrooms in here as well. And then we're going to go over to the other side, and we're going to end up putting like blue plants and stuff like that on the other side. But for now, I just want to copy all this over. Let's see. The question is how in a way that is easy, and I don't think there is such a way. I think this is going to be one of those somewhat tedious tasks while we chat. So anybody in the chat who wants to hang out would be appreciated, because this is going to take a little while. There's so many pieces involved. And it's mirrored. All of this needs to be flipped to the other side. So it's just not going to be easy. Okay, we're gonna snap this back in position, and then we're gonna rotate by 45 degrees this way. And then I believe that this has a centered point. Yeah. Let's make sure that we're snapped the same. This will be our first piece that moves over to the other side, so it's very important that we get this one right, and everything else will build off it, and we'll use this as a guide. Oh, what's this? X. And here's the one downside, is that we can't just hit negative the same. We have to hit negative the same, -2. Boom. Oof. Yeah, see, that didn't hit... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, these railings... Oh, that's cool. This part... It's still... Okay. So it does still have to be rotated, but it rotates 180 degrees, and some of these other pieces are still not going to mirror correctly. But the problem with the one upside, I think this is mirrored to both sides. I think it's the same on both sides, right? Yeah. So we can literally just copy this, put it in there. There we go. And then just slap it in there with our other mirror and go back to the way it was. I don't know why I just did that. I know this is in the exact same spot. I just magneted it there, so there's no point in copying and pasting and then changing it. Okay. Oh, cool. I didn't realize that Ripshade had changed where the slope starts whenever he created that. Because he was giving himself a little bit more room to play with. But this is gone, that's gone, and this is gone. There's probably more of this too. Well, definitely more of this. But that's all gotta go so that we can make room for all this. So I'm gonna put the important pieces in so that in the event that, like, you know, I fail to get this done before the end of the day, Ripshade can still play test the map some where he needs to. Let's see. We'll flip this around, and this is actually centrally located, so it should still be the same as well. This is the upside to centrally located pieces. There's a lot of there's some downsides about scaling, but I've talked about how there's also some upsides, and this is one of them, is that whenever you go to put the piece in, if you go to copy it to the other side, you don't have to worry about if it's in the corner and you rotate it around like that, then now it's in that corner, you know what I mean? If you rotate it horizontally, like on the you know, world axis, then it flips around and stuff. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. So I gripe and complain about the them not having a centrally located point, right? But this is the reason. This is the upside. This is the trade-off. Is that I can just literally, I don't even have to flip this around because it's double-sided, and then I can just do that, and I know it's in the right spot. I should probably just start doing that and not flying over here for every single piece, but I did just want to come check to be sure. Because that piece was getting annoying as far as where it was placing it. Yeah, see, I don't feel like it did. I think I did. I didn't have it snapped to the right spot. It's not snapping to anything right now. Okay, let me just go grab the x-axis of this. Oh, jeez. Ah, there we go. Of this one? That is the same, isn't it? Isn't that what I just put in? I'll need to check that glass on the other side, because it might be that the glass on the other side is just as. So 7 minus, boom. There is an overhang of glass right there. Is that the case over here? Because if it is, it looks fine over here because of all of this other railing and stuff, but if it's over here, then I've got to... There's not an overhang of glass over here. Is it the x-axis? It's definitely not lined up, like snaps to the right spot. Interesting. But the fact that it's not snapped makes it feel like this could hinge, which is cool. I like that, because it's supposed to be able to open so you can get in there. And like, you know, garden. You know, whenever there's atmosphere in the room, it can hinge open. That's not the case here, it's just a massive overhang instead. So I'm not sure what's going on. This one is negative 97.1? Isn't this... Oh, 94.6? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Oh, right. Actually, no, I guess... Maybe this one is. Oh, I think it is. Is this one off? What did I do? I did something wrong. No? 94.61? Yeah. No? Okay, I have no idea what's going on then. That doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. I literally turned this around. Everything, trying to think of what's going on. Gaming! Hey, Aaron, how's it going? None of what's going on makes sense. I'm having an issue with the thing, but that's okay. Okay, we're gonna copy that. What in the world is going on now? I selected this one. Okay, there we go. Since you're the only one here right now, Aaron, or at least it's telling me that you're the only one here, should I just go ahead and hop into the other map and do environment and take a small break again? I'm not sure. I know we're getting to the deadline of this map for the Forge Hub contest, but that might be cool. Up to you. I might do that in a little bit actually. Just because, or maybe I'll do that now, and that way whenever Ripshade comes in, I can come back to this map or something. And that'd be a good little, like taking turns with the content of what I'm actually working on. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, there we go. That might work. Simply because I'm not burned out on this yet. I'm just or anything like that. I don't need to take a break. I'm just saying that it might be a good idea. I believe this is a piece that needs to rotate like this. Oh boy, which one is the middle of this? Ugh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to grab this one and see. Oh, that is right. Oh, cool. Okay. So let's get this one and put it into this one's. This is one of those pieces that you do have to adjust like that. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna switch over to the other one. To the other map for now. And then I'm gonna come back. I'm just trying to get this into a playable spot right here before I switch over. Because, that doesn't seem right. None of this seems right. None of these went right. I don't understand what's going on. Is glass... Oh, wait a minute. Glass is... It's got... Its center is off-center. Okay. Its pivot point is off-center. So you actually do have to, like, flip it over. Like, I've got to... I need to take this coordinate and then flip it over this way and then put that coordinate in again, and I need to find out what the Y coordinate was. Yeah, and put that in, and the Z coordinate over here. Okay, so glass is a lot more difficult than I thought it was with this because of a weird... Man, I should have... If I might just go back and snap it into position after flipping it over, it'd be faster. But, yeah, I'm gonna do that. If I snap it to the correct height, and I get the... Ooh, I should have grabbed its position. Ah, okay, well. I know what to do now. Basically, all I gotta do is move it in here to snap the middle to the middle. That is not the right middle. Let's snap this edge there, then. Oh, boy. Is it working? Or is that incorrect? Yes, that's right. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Finally. Okay, so we grab this, we go in here, we put it here. Yeah, this is probably riveting stuff because it's not even on the map you want to see, Aaron, but let's see. Let's see if this is, Did that fix the overhang problem? Is it in the right spot? I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. Once that one's in the right spot, I can just snap these to it, so I think it is close enough if it's not. And once I snap these into position, I can... Ooh, which way did I... Oh, I think I snapped them all to the end piece here. Like that. And then this one to the same end piece, I think. Maybe? And then this one, which its point is over there, I forgot to flip it this way. Oh, wait, no. I think it's got to flip. Okay, I don't even know which way this one is a flip. Okay. If this one is over here on the bottom, it needs to be... It also needs to be... oh, right, I need to flip it this way. There we go. That's all I needed. It doesn't matter which height it is, as long as it's on this side. And then that way I can copy and paste it. Okay. And then I'm going to switch over there. Assuming you're still here, Aaron, I'll switch over to the other map for down. Let's see. 5, negative, boom. Now that should actually work. And it looks like I got the right height as well, because it's the height of that box. I'm not as certain about the height of these pieces of glass. But also, then whatever this piece is in the way, it's on the right spot. Neither of these are, so I'll delete those. But this is close enough to the block out that it would be playable still. At this point, so I can leave the map behind for a minute and go over to the other map. That's a cool Studio Ghibli mug. It's my wife's. Let's see. AZ Wilco. Well, as Wilco. Did that for a long time. Sorry about that. I'm here, just doing stuff. Cool. I saw you were playing the new Star Wars game. Is that any good? I did hear its PC port sucks. But I know, I think yours was a console version. If I remember correctly. I saw it on your, we tweeted it or something that it was, you know. That you'd gotten it. It is good? Cool. Yeah. Good Star Wars games are really great. I'll be honest. When a Star Wars game is good, it's usually really great to play. Somehow, if they're bad, they're like terrible, which is rare. They're actually usually very good. But like, yeah. Playing in XSX in quality mode. Nice. Nice. And whenever this is the entire map, I think it's gonna look really nice. I'm probably gonna copy and paste this to the other side, like mirror it first, and then adjust. Oh, I can't even mirror it because I've got a. Oh well, not mirror it. Just rotate it. But I can't mirror it because I got that going on. I never did try and figure these out to see if I could get them to work, but I honestly am not too concerned about that. I think I just need to adjust this edge. But yeah. It's similar to God of War Ragnarok in terms of exploration and stuff. Oh, okay. That's cool. And God of War Ragnarok was really good, so... And I'm not just saying that because my wife was testing it. That's actually... It's just a legitimately good game. So this is just going to curve around to here and sort of interrupt these, and I think that's going to be an interesting shape once it's actually like good looking. Let's see, I'm going to duplicate all three as a much more efficient method. And there's actual side quests. Oh, cool. I don't know that, you know, Star Wars games... I mean, yeah, usually, a lot of Star Wars games tend to not have side quests, except for KOTOR, which was really cool. That was one of my favorite games on the original Xbox. I had it on that one. Or I didn't have it. I rented it, actually, from Blockbuster. But yeah. It doesn't look bad as a quick copy, but I do feel like maybe it needs to be a little more like this, because I need to get that down low enough that you can't climb it. I mean, ooh, that's weird looking. I need to adjust this one to be a little further out, a little further up. I think I had it set up to look like a cave over here before. I think that was that area that was like, ooh, it looks like a cave. So I don't remember how that was supposed to be, but that looks a little bit better, I think. I'm really going to have to test all of these for collision afterward, like this. This is no good. Oof. But yeah, we'll figure that out as we go. Maybe I could just like, maybe, do you think I should just put, see, I've seen a few people say this is better than KOTOR. Really? That's really good. I don't know if it's, I doubt it's like a game where you can like, can you like make your own choices and stuff like that? Like turn to the light side or the dark side like KOTOR? Because that would be crazy if it was like KOTOR and also better than KOTOR at the same time. That would kind of blow my mind. That looks nice. You see how it's going up and then coming back out? That looks really cool, I think. Let's see, no choices. Okay, so it's a different style of game, but maybe the gameplay is probably better. Like, so what you're telling me is probably what they're talking about is like force powers and stuff like that, I would guess. And then like the story is probably better or something like that, because the story in KOTOR is, the fact that you can choose your own directions is really amazing, but the story is kind of basic. Set story from start to finish. Nice. Okay. Well, that's seriously lacking in today's games. I mean, Halo had that, but like a lot of games these days are trying to do, well, they don't really do a lot of storylines at all, so I don't know. I feel like that's kind of lacking in today's games, so I'm glad that they have something that's really good. Am I doing this wrong? I think I've skipped a layer. Oh, shoot. I think this is not that layer. I think I've somehow brought my layer down as I went and deleted a layer. Oh, wait, no, that's it. That's the correct layer down there. That is that layer, which means another one of these up here. Not enough physical space. Okay, I'm hitting a dynamic object for some reason. Let's see. Can choose what stances you want and your saber color. Oh, cool. So, like all the different fighting styles that they had in the game, in the extended lores in there, like the one that Anakin uses versus the, you know, Obi-Wan and stuff like that. Is that what you're telling me? Because that's really cool. They made it like a samurai game, kind of, like Way of the Samurai, it sounds like, or something to that effect. If that's the case. Oh, no, not those. Oh, okay. It's just like, is it just like a pose thing? It doesn't really affect gameplay? like a battle, like not like a battle stance so much as like a battle pose like thing, or does it actually affect gameplay? Because that sounds pretty cool, but yeah. But you have single blade, double, dual wield, etc. Oh, okay, I see. They probably did base them off of, you know, specific lightsaber techniques from extended lore. Still, but they probably didn't. I guess they don't present them as this technique versus that technique or anything like that. Is what I'm assuming. Is what you're saying. Okay, so this is gonna come down this way. I kind of want this to be a little bit thinner. I'm coming in at a bit of a curved angle. You know what I mean? Like a hook. That's what I'm kind of going for. I need to bring it up so I can see what the shape of it really is and find the hook. I think I shrunk it in the wrong direction to make a hook. I think there is a way, I believe, that you can make a sort of hook. But I think that just wasn't the way. I think, as they say, this is the way, I believe. That was a terrible Star Wars joke. Okay, let's see. And then we bring this in, and then that should create a bit of a curved hook off to the right there, which I can come off of with sand dunes. And let's see. I believe that will have elicited a groan. Because of how bad of a joke that was. But yeah, okay. Here we go. Each color have their own stats. Oh, okay. That's really cool. Which did you go with? Here we go. That's where I wanted to connect, but I think I've just got to curve it down this way a little bit. It feels like it's snapping rotation, but I don't have it set to that. Just a little weird. But yeah. I don't mind you being able to go around this with a vehicle, so I might actually make this kind of have a redstone path around it like that. Each have their own stats. Oh, wait, what's your question mark? Put a single... What do you mean? Oh, I was just wondering which color you chose in the game. I don't know if I said something else that you're wondering about, but I was asking which color of lightsaber did you pick? I didn't have it set up like this before. Oh, yeah. I kind of had it like this weird hill, and I wasn't connecting it to there, but honestly, I like the idea of this being built into the stone, like coming out of the stone here and just being open to the air over here. So I might do that and then put some snow up on top of these rocks. I rotate between orange, yellow, and white. Oh, nice. So you can, like, alter it. It's not just like you make a choice and you're stuck. You actually can, like, just choose to switch it whenever you feel like it. That's pretty cool. I just realized, I wonder what would happen. So I have them a very specific way, right? I chose the thickness this way, right? I've been using Z-axis that way. But I want to know what these look like this way, just to see if it's of value for this particular map where I'm trying to get those... Yeah, it's still creating, like, layered effect. Is it as pronounced as before? Oh, man. And that creates a nice... Yes, it is as pronounced as before. Look at that. Okay, so that finally told me how I need to set this area up, where it's coming up to make that sharp, flat, you know, edge. Yeah, I wish we had red, but whatever. I guess, did they not want to do... Is your character just not a villain, basically, so they just didn't want to go red? This would be cool here as like a big, sheer, flat edge, like it was carved out. Like this. You know what I mean? Like it was carved away for the Forerunner structure. and it puts some varied effect to it. It's a little bit sharp of an angle for that to meld in over here well, so let's go ahead and tilt it and then meld it into that hill. See if that will work. Where we have just the slightest little shift here. Oh wow, there's a collision thing going on there. Why? Where's my gun? What the heck? I don't have a gun? Am I disconnected from the server? Did I have some kind of connection to the server issue? Okay, yeah, I wish we had red, whatever. They had red in Fallen Order in New Game Plus mode. Oh, okay. Have you beaten this one yet? Because if so, you could tell me if they have a New Game Plus mode as well. Oof. This is the one downside of these rocks. They're amazing for visuals, but boy, do they have some interesting collision boxes. I think I'll refine this edge a bit, but let's actually bring this in. Yeah, cool. That's not really messing up that other edge. This part that I just set up. It's not messing up too much. I'll just have to do more micro adjustments to fix it again. Find a perfect spot. Okay, cool. I have a gun again. I don't know how far I'm in. Okay, gotcha. They need to have more games like Metroid Prime, where they give you a percentage of your completion. Where it's like, yeah, you are exactly, you know, you've completed one, you know, this percentage of the game. And it was a little bit hard to follow in Metroid Prime because it included your scanning progress, your scanner progress, which means that, like, it could be like, yeah, you are 50% of the way through the game whenever you're right at the very end if you haven't scanned anything in the entire game. So it wasn't like 100% like easy to say that you've completed the whole thing. It was more of a completionist percentage. But yeah, it has a percent. Oh, okay, cool. Haven't seen anything on the game except for the reveal trailer and some saber customization. So yeah, so it does have that. That's awesome. That's a good, I feel like that's a great feature and I like that. I know Spider-Man did it on PlayStation. And because, you know, we have that game, we played it. Me and my wife and my kids. My son plays it a lot. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to have to put a rock there to make that look like it makes sense. But I'm trying to make, essentially, actually, it kind of would be cool. I might leave this as a higher plateau, higher ridge, so you can get a height advantage on these guys like that. And then put this one, this next one, more recessed back into here. Let's see, yeah, it has pathways blocked if you don't have stuff unlocked yet, so you gotta come back later. Was that in Fallen Order? Was like that in Fallen Order as well? Okay, cool, cool. I actually didn't get to play Fallen Order either, so I actually don't know the quality of that game. I just know that I've heard it was good, so that is really good. To the point where everybody wanted a sequel, which is a big deal. Whenever it comes to a, you know, Star Wars, that, you know, no one wants a sequel to the sequel trilogy, for example. I don't think. For example, it's on Game Pass Ultimate. Play it. Oh, okay. Yeah. If I can just play it, then that works. That's a no-brainer. I might, you know, I'm very much a completionist when it comes to games, and I might need to just start not being that way. Just finish the game and then come back, you know, and then be done. You know what I mean? Because yeah, I always forget that EA Play is a thing actually on there. I kind of like this ridge here. It looks like you can climb up here and walk around. You're not going to be able to, but oh boy, that's an interesting collision box. It definitely has invisible barrier vibes, this whole this rock. The only downside is sometimes it has no barrier issues. Like, if you could get up here and hide in this rock, that's going to be a problem. So I really do need to make sure that I have all these rocks thoroughly blocked off. I might need to even go so far as to grab pathing blockers. I don't know. What do you think, Aaron? What's the best way to do this? Because I could just put smaller rocks there, but that might eat up a ton of the simulation memory. But then blockers also are dynamic objects, and I don't know... Like, if I go to team blocker, what's the biggest team blocker they have? Is that 128 by 128 by 128? Or is there two? I saw two something. 256 by 256 by 256. That's the largest. So I could theoretically... Yeah, it's part of EA Play. Okay, yeah. And then no idea. Okay. So, it might be the best bet is to literally put this inside of them up from a certain point, right? The areas I intend to be playable, right? Like this lowest part, I would want to fill in with, I think, blocks, like smaller blocks. But up here, like, I might actually want you to be playable on that little platform. But basically, I could go something like this. Actually, here we go. This might work. Because it's more than just a soft kill zone at that point. I need something that's going to block you from having this problem. I think there's one right here. Oh, that's so weird. From having this problem. Oh man, that's actually a really cool shape to a cave. That is just inside there. Like, if I could just... If I raise this thing up, and I made a full-blown cave, I could make a loot cave back here. Let's see, I'd watch you stream both Fallen Order and Survivor. That would be cool. I know you can just stream straight from Xbox. Would that be all I have to do is just go to Xbox and hit stream and then YouTube, and then it would let me stream to my YouTube channel? Would it allow me to use a camera in that case? And would I have to plug the webcam into my Xbox, or is there some kind of like PC app you can pair it with? I have no idea how any of that works, because I haven't tried it yet. Man. I can't wait. Here's the future of graphics, by the way. We've been using polygons forever. Eventually, computers will become so powerful that we're going to downgrade. We're still going to use polygons, but we're going to start including volumetrics. Whenever computers get powerful enough to handle volumetrics, you're going to have a volumetric that is this rock. That on the inside, it will generate more rock. Or we'll use virtualized 3D models, to where if you did do this, or you could pass into this, it wouldn't matter because it would create more rock on the inside so you wouldn't see through it. I mean, it would matter for everybody else, but the point is that you could blow this rock up. You hit it with an explosive, and pieces of it would break away, and then there would just be more rock inside of it, and we just generate all that. And that's going to be cool whenever that's possible. But yeah, you can't stream to YouTube from console unless you have a capture card. Oh, okay. I don't have a capture card. So do I have to do Twitch in that case? Is that the limitation? Okay, so this would be I need a much smaller one. Oop, that's not what I meant to do, but this one. And for some reason my phone just lit up and I have no idea why. And then I go here with this. I can make this sort of protrude a bit. I just realized I completely covered up my little brown ramp that I was going to do right there. So I guess I have to refix this. I covered up with that piece whenever I was trying to make that ridge correct. So I need to rotate it and get it better over here. Okay. In which case, this may not work. This whole rock area might need to be redesigned if I want to do this the way I was talking about doing it, as I did it, and then I completely did it wrong. But yeah. So I think, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and copy this out again, and I'll make sure this is all actually the collision over here is actually correct. But yeah. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Okay. Sounds reasonable. Let me find a good spot for this. Actually, I might flip this over now so I have the ramp side. Sort of slope side, but actually... this should work to create one. Okay, this is not doing what I wanted to do, and I might as well just grab that one and drag it out if I'm going to do this. So, let's, Okay, I know what I need to do. I need to flip it over, and I need to turn it this way to get my scale. I need to bring this drastically inward, and then this way, to get that same curve, but on this side. And then I need to make it way flatter and make it into a slope up to that one. Even flatter. Ooh, no. There we go. Sort of get a little bit of a slope up to there, I think. So I can hopefully turn this into a vehicle path, but I think maybe I'm going about this wrong. Okay, well, let's bring it out to here and see if that vehicle path is working at all. Because I don't know what the width of that is. It looks like it is. It looks like it's going to work. Let's get a warthog over there. Let's see. Ooh, terrain is a little bit clippy. Yeah, I think I've made these a little too big. I'm going to have to adjust them with some pathing blockers or more rocks or something like that inside of them, and that's becoming expensive. I might need to rebuild these smaller and use this as a block out for the visuals, because these wheels are going way in. That one is apparently also a problem, and even this one. Which, this one is so small, it's so heavily covered anyway. Excuse me. I just had to... Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to bring it in a little bit and make it not... Yeah, you can just, like, clip right into that. How tall is it? Very. Okay, we should be able to bring it down then. Like, flatter, which will actually make our slope better. Let's see. Okay, so I'm probably partially inside this rock. You know what would work? Huh. Aaron, I think I just came up with a really cool idea. I don't know if this is gonna work, but if it does, I just came up with something really cool. Okay, we put this on here exactly as the bottom one, right? And we go in here to textures. And anybody else who wants to use this as well, go ahead. Because this could work. Let's see, sand. We can, let's see, that is kind of close to the sand on the ground actually. Pretty close. We will adjust that in a second. More importantly, oh, where'd it go? My scratches layer needs to go away. Or my grime, oh no. I do want my grime, I don't want rust. I want sand coarse. And then I'll go 1. So that has layered coloring of the sand, right? And then I will bring this in a bit so that I can kind of match up a little better, like a smoother version of this edge. Let's see if this works. This is all a very simple idea that a lot of people have done, but what I just thought of is that this collision box, right, is imperfect because my legs would be inside of it. So as I walk through this sand, I would actually, like, my feet would sink down into the sand. So this rock would actually be extra cool down here. If I've got sand on top of it, that means that I'll actually have sand that makes sense and behaves appropriately. Now let's find a better side in general for the collision. Oof, that one's not good. I think I've scaled this one up too much for a bottom rock. It's way too big. Like, that's huge. And I think I need to bring it in to fix the collision box because it's scaled up too much. And this is just as good at doing what I was trying to do with it, so... Like, in fact, that looks way nicer than the way it was before. Creates a nice ledge that you could use for gameplay. And then this way would work very nicely. I'm kind of feeling out this block out in a way. And then I can, like, for example, line that line up there with that one. There we go. Now let's see if this is actually much better collision or not. Okay, it's a little bit better collision. Your feet would sink into this. So what I might do is actually color this to be sand texture instead of the layered rock here. Just so that whenever you walk on it and your feet sink into it. That was a little bit bad. But, and then I can fill in areas like that with actual red rock. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's not use that one, but let's go ahead and turn this one into a sand one. Figure out which sand we need. Sand, hard. Looks great. And actually, I might do that for some of the rocks that are especially down low. You know what I mean? Some of them might need some sand on them. Anyway, instead of the rust, because that is part of the coloring. But yeah, so it's kind of would lose that. Why is there only regular sand here? Like, this doesn't have sand hard at all in this option, which is really weird to me that this one's rock doesn't have that. But yeah, okay, I'll just come out and go back in so I can just very easily jump up to it. Yeah, see, that's pretty weird on the fact that it's got the man, that shiny looks very strange. Okay, so we're trying to match that. Let's go a little bit higher here. That's very high. Let's go back to 0.3. I think I need to change the color off of this orange to something else like this orange. And then walk it back. Maybe? It's yellower, I think. No. That's definitely yellower than this one. This one's more orange. Hold on. Let's try shifting it a bit. Okay. Okay, not sure which one to go with. It might be a little more salmony. Let's go with this one and see if that one... Let's go 0.3. Let's see. For some reason I thought she said something new, and I looked up and it's the same thing. Okay. It definitely does not look the same, and is definitely losing its effect. I really like the idea of being able to walk onto the sand and and your feet sinking into it. So I'm trying to get this to work, but if it doesn't, then whatever. But anyway, let's try putting some rock here too, and actually scaling it way down so it doesn't have the collision problems. It gives us something to climb up, or rather, I think this needs to be a sort of... So we have that hill attacking here. We're going to have this hill attacking down to there, I think. But then also have the ability to come up over on this side to some extent. Ooh, there's a weird collision there. I need to put a rock there so that the collision is fine. But if you can come up here, then you could also attack from this direction. So I feel like this thing needs to be like a double-sided attack path. Let's see. In which case, this should be a threat, not a path up. You see what I mean? So I want to do this. You're hungry? Oh, okay. Don't worry, I'll get off in just a second. If this could just be... What in the world is happening here? Oh, is that part of that one? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, so I need this to come out and rotate if I want that to be there. Which is cool with that. That looks good. And then what I'll do is duplicate this, scale it way down, and fix that ledge. I'm basically discovering this cliff as I make it look good, and then I end up having to deal with the clipping issues of these rocks, and then I go to and then I go to create the actual, you know, the pathable area of the map, and then by the time I'm done, I've had to discover the shape rather than actually getting to 100% be in control of building it. You know what I mean? Like that collision, the weird collision needs to be hidden behind some good collision, and then that's pretty good. That works out pretty nicely, and it gives you a little attack path here. Now I still need to double check on vehicles, see how the vehicles go looking in that area. Let's see, okay, so that's a little rough. That's really rough. But yeah, okay, let's get over here. Okay, so it'll be a path. If it's a vehicle path, it'll be a vehicle path that goes up and over, because that's definitely wide enough for vehicles. Let's just go get on there by actually coming up over here. I think there's a way up here. No? Did I make it to where you can't get up at the moment? Oh, there we go. Oh no, this collision box is so weird here. Ah. Okay, I need to definitely adjust some stuff here because this is really buggy. Okay, there we go. So this is going to display how you'll sink into the sand a bit. Unfortunately, whenever you drive around in here, it won't kick sand up, so maybe it's not a good idea to lean into that. I don't know. But, yeah, you'll be able to come up here and sort of attack from a hill. Oh, this is where where I actually put the team blocker right there. Apparently there's a bad rock right there that I need to hide a little better. Put another rock on top of it. Okay. Let's do that then. Let's throw another rock up here that is appropriately scaled, like this one. Oh, this is the dark one. Sorry, no, I need one of these. And scale it all the way down and make it taller and bring it back down. Sort of hide that there, but also make it more interesting. This is actually a good idea to do where these collision boxes are going to start. If I make a flat collision box there, it's great. But if I put a corner right here on this platform, if I want this platform to be pathable, it's not so great. So this will allow me to make a more, like that little bit poking out is not a big deal. But this area, I want to have a little bit more nuance to its shape. This should be no big deal as far as like scaling is concerned. So it should. I don't know if you can get up there. Okay, so you can't unless you like really try with like a grapple shot. Oh, you can get up on here. But like that's where I can put another one of these here and then just sort of like stretch it a bit to make it kind of like match the scratch marks or the shape of that higher ledge. Sort of raise it up. Ooh, that would be a good one if it came up out of there like that. I think that would be good. Then I can have another one over here. It's back to being skinny again. It goes off of those lines, so it's not stretched as much. It doesn't matter if I rotate it because it'll actually line up very nicely into those lines, and it'll be a different shape because of the way it's not so stretched out. And that should work, and I could put a dark red one under that. And a team blocker up top of that would mean you'd try to get up there and it wouldn't let you because there'd be a team blocker. So then I can do that. And as you can see, we're still at 51%, so I guess blockers don't eat up a lot of your map. I was a little worried they would. Let's see, almost done. Nice. Wait, in the game you are? Or almost done with what you're doing? Because that's pretty cool. Either way. Let's see. I'm going to scale this one down and sort of lean it into there. One nugget left. Oh, almost done eating. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here we go. And then this can go, and I think we will have to... Ooh, I'm going to use that slope on that side to slope down into that other rock. There we go. This should give us some nice detail work with good collision. And then this, and ooh, that team blocker is not being, is not blocking the team. That was not good. Do I have these set to team neutral? What do I have to set this to? Just neutral, so it blocks everything but neutral players? If that's the case, will that cause a problem with free-for-all on this map? I don't remember how that works. Let's see. Who do I pick a team that's not in the game? Let's see. Will this block... Or does it only block the team that I have selected? Yeah, blockers don't work in free-for-all. Oh, okay, I see. Or at least team blockers don't. There's probably player blockers would work, but player blockers are... Let's see. So if I go back, let's see, vehicle blockers, projectile blockers, player blockers, one-way blockers. So objects that block players from entering them on a specific side do 3 for 3 overlooked it. Oh, dang. So here's a question. Obviously, one-way blockers, same with blocker scales, yeah. I'm kind of a little bit annoyed with the inability to scale them, but yeah. Maybe it's something that they plan to do. So I know this is going to block me if I'm on foot, but will it block vehicles? Yes. So one-way blockers work. All I gotta do, because that wouldn't be team-based, right? Team blockers block based on what team you are. And that's what everybody's using, but one-way blockers block you based on which direction you're going into them. Right? So I could theoretically just be like, yeah, you can come into the map and not out. Here's your blocker. You know what I mean? Would that work? Is that how they work? It should be close enough. Or is that not how they work? Like, should I be able to do that? Because if that does work, then that's all I need to do. Because my map doesn't require much more than that. And then I can put a soft kill zone over there. Or well, actually I can put a hard kill zone. Let's see, no idea, just use player blockers. I do want vehicles to be able to get up here though, and I don't want them to drive out there and go all crazy. It's a heavy vehicle. It's a vehicle heavy map, I mean. So I'm not sure. Okay, the one-way blocker is just not working on me. Like, at all. Right now. It was working down there, but for some reason it's not working up here. Oh, you know what it probably is? I bet duplicates of blockers fail. I bet that's what's going on. Let me see if that's actually the case, but... So I'm gonna place one here. Not enough physical space. And then I'm going to copy it. I'm going to place it over here. And if I'm right... Ooh, Jesus. Stupid dynamic objects, bruh. Okay. And then we like vehicles. There's a wasp in there that's blocking me. Okay, so now, if I'm right, I have no idea if this is true or not, but if I'm right, then this one won't block me very well. Nope, this is doing just fine. Never mind, that's not right. It doesn't have to do with duplicates. It has to do with, for some reason, up on that cliff, they just don't work. And that was happening with the other one too, the team blocker, so I don't know what's going on. I can stand on these, right? Yeah. Like, why does this... Oh, now it's working. Oh, did I have to go into build? I think I had to go into play mode. That's what it was. Once you go into play mode, it must make all the blockers work, and then anything before that is just not working. Okay, well, anyway, this one wasn't quite in the right spot based on the other one that I had. So, I want this one to be more of a sheer cliff ledge coming up from here. That looks good like that, because I don't think you can climb on that now. I don't think you can, like... Oh, you can stand on the very lip, so maybe the very, very edge. So we're working with such large scales that it looks to me like it shouldn't be able to, but you can. Okay, there's still an edge there that you can stand on. Let's pull it out a little more. And go, well, not like that. There we go. That should work. There's still a very slight cliff ledge you can land on here, but it's not the end of the world. Will this block... Oh, one-way blockers also block projectiles, don't they? Let's see. No, they don't. Never mind. So you wouldn't be able to move through here, but you could still shoot through it. Okay, cool. That's not bad. I will refine this a little more later, but yeah, for now, it looks like it's working pretty good. Ooh, this one's collision is all messed up. It's doing that thing where if you scale it the right way, it'll start, like, jittering you. It's only in certain spots and it stops. Anyway, it's doing that thing, so I've got to fix something there. And I don't want it to be pathable. Oh. So, world, rotate. Play object, rotate. And then we'll just do this. And I believe these do work on vehicles, if I'm not mistaken. I could actually just do it right about there, I think, and it'll work just fine. Because I just ran into it with a vehicle down there, and it worked on that Warthog, so I think these should work just fine for all players. That may even work in neutral games. Ooh, yeah, I haven't, right, I have to build, enter play mode, and then it builds it, sort of, so to speak. And then I need to stop being as slow as a Spartan while I fly. And then, now it should work. Well, it does, but that thing's collision box is still messed up there, so I still need to bring it out like this, probably. Because there's an invisible ledge there, or I need to put a rock there to fix that. Because, let's see. Yeah, you can stand on an invisible rock there still, which is part of that thing's collision box. So to fix that, I will need to put more rocks of this color, I believe. I think it's this color. And this scale works fine, so I will keep it roughly this scale, but rotate it. And see about using this side, which is already a sheer cliff kind of shape, like the one behind it. Let's move that out the way so we can actually see what's going on here. Let's see. And adding that rock into it as a intentional pathable spot to hide the bad collision there might actually be a cool idea to come up off of that. In which case I would want to put a little bit of this rock right inside of this one that's sort of protruding. And what I'll do is I'll flip it over to where it's like the flat side and find that one where it's sort of a sheer kind of ledge. And then rotate it this way. And it'll become not just pathable, but a place that seems intentional, you know? Even though it was discovered through discovery building, world building. I don't know. Ooh, is there... Oh yeah, there's still that ramp there. I need to put a rock there that makes it look like... Which would actually make it look like a ramp that leads up to this, which makes sense. And this comes nicely down into there. There is a part right there that we need to put a rock on. So we can put a rock here that becomes a ramp there. And it could be, let's see. Let's fix this up. Let's go over here. Let's do this first. Some good flood music. Good creepy flood music. Okay, this wants to be like, I think it wants to be one of these rocks, right? And then I need to put, actually looks pretty good, even though it just is weirdly clipped into it. Then I need to put one of these under it to make it look like more of that same kind of vibe, you know? Like that. And that's supposed to be a ramp, so this side is... It's working fine, but only because we're starting that bad collision box. So let's try and duplicate it one more time and find our appropriate size. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of thrown off by the fact that my percentage still hasn't gone up at all the entire time I've been doing this. Okay. Might be more of a jump height thing. I think I kind of want to make it to where you to kind of jump up a little bit. Let's see. Instead of doing an actual ramp. So I'm doing a lot of actual ramps around here, but I kind of want to make it to where it doesn't quite... Well, yeah, it ends up ramping just fine, so you could just walk up it, but a lot of players that are trying to go up that will probably jump up. So, okay, alright, let's see. I feel like this should come out on that side a little bit too. Like that. And maybe be a little bit lower. Kind of like that, how that line is going there and the way those interact. And this rock kind of feels like it's resting on top of another rock. That kind of looks good. Okay. And then I need this area to be fleshed out similarly. With a ramp-like formation. And I did want a ramp on this side. The other side kind of actually does work like a ramp, but I want an actual, like... I was hoping to get like an actual ramp-ish structure over here. So that's footpath only. I don't think you'd be able to get up there very easily with a vehicle. And then the rest of this is vehicle path. So you have some area you can hide from vehicles here. If they come up this ramp. Did I just hear my music end? Is that what just happened? Yes, I did. There we go. Dread intrusion. Maybe we'll skip this one. Okay, now what's happening? It just didn't skip. I pressed the skip button and it didn't skip. Okay, it just paused it. There we go. And now we're getting into the lower area, so I want to have some of these lower rocks, which I started doing already, but yeah. Let's see, where's a good, more sheer ledge area to put over here? So that it... Ooh, that does not ramp nicely. There we go. We're starting to lose our lines. Like, you see that? It's kind of going up and over. And then it's fine over here, but over here, I think I didn't do this ramp right, because it feels like the way it's interacting with it, the area around it, is a little bit off with those, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to describe what I'm talking about, but because it's just like a feeling. But yeah, okay, so up here, onto here, onto here. It's starting to look a little bit better. I still have to solve if what I'm doing with this, if this is going to be like this or not. Definitely needs to be a lot flatter, one way or the other. I don't know if that's because... Okay, so I wonder how much you sink into this now that I've made it flatter. If you don't sink into it, then there's no point to it. And it doesn't really look like sand very good, like very good sand anyway. You know? I think, Aaron, I think you were away whenever I was doing this. Or you were at least eating. But, I was trying to make this look more like sand, but this particular rock has its own texture that it applies to it. And the way that it, like, affects all of the textures on it doesn't really make it look like sand. Whenever you try. Let me see what happens if I turn that off and just go with the regular sand. Ooh, hold on. Go back in. Go out of that. There we go. Okay, now I can get control back. This honestly looks better without the hard sand layer. I don't know. What do you think? Roads are best when used on smaller scales. I agree. I was trying to see if I could use the fact that, like, you see this? How, whenever it's at this scale, I'll undo that and I'll duplicate it just to show you what I mean. I don't know if you were here whenever I was doing this before. So what I was trying to do was make it look like sand and not rock, which failed. I don't think it looks like sand and not rock. And then take advantage of the fact that its collision box gets messed up so that whenever you drive on it, your wheels sink into it a bit, like they're sinking into sand. I had it better before, but like, you see what I mean? Like just dig into the sand and end up, and your feet would do the same. And basically intentionally take advantage of the bad collision box to make it look interesting. You can do this with snow with this very easily, I'm sure, because this would look like snow. If you set this to, if you set this to Snowman Snow and turned off this color shift and you drive on it, then you can very easily, I think, hop in here and drive on this, and it would make your wheels sink in. Let's see if I can find one of those spots where it's sinking in. And I think that would look pretty good. It wouldn't kick up snow, but your wheels would be sinking into the snow. And then you'd have rock underneath it that you'd expose in certain areas to make it feel like there's rock underneath it, but then right here there's snow, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what I was trying to do with the sand over here, but I don't know that that doesn't really feel like this sand. Like, this feels like actual sand the way it looks, you know what I mean? That actually looks like sand. This one, not so much, so I don't know if I can actually do that. What do you think? Should I just go with actual rock? Just go back to the rock layers? I was just thinking about putting a giant pile of, a giant buildup of sand right here and taking advantage of that bug to do some cool visuals. But if it doesn't look good, then it doesn't matter if it, you know, has the cool sinking foot thing. It doesn't really do much if it doesn't look good, so I don't know. Yes, buddy. What's going on? Yeah. What? What do you need? Okay, that was too much. Let's see. I'm trying to fix the lines these have to let them flow more with their rocks they're on a little bit better. I'm going to visually fix this one with this, which will... Ooh, that looks good. With it going bigger on that side. Yeah, I like that. Because it kind of feels like this rock was higher up and collapsed into something right there, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the visual I'm going with there, trying to make that happen. Now there's like a little pit here that I think I need to fill in with more of these. And, yeah. Go like this. Let's make it a little taller. I kind of like that. There we go. That way that color all matches up on all of those lines. Looks good over here too. Yeah, I like that a lot. So, let's see. This is going to lead into, you know, hopefully doing a swamp thing around this thing, but yeah. Okay. I actually might even just rename this stream into one for this map because we were on this like the whole time, and I'm starting to have to get going. We gotta get over to in-laws' house soon. So I need to do the outside portion for as far as you can see, but yeah. But this is looking better here. I like that that's built into the rock. I kind of want to put more back here as far as like if I go in here, like instead of it just being a weird tower, it's not supposed to be a tower, that's the tower. This is part of the natural terrain because it's got hexes, right? So that's kind of got to be more like, well, not clipping into the snow, obviously. Something like this, so that from a distance it looks like part of the rocks, and then I can wrap another one around here. And then from all sides it kind of looks like it's part of that. And then if I do put a little cave door down here, if I end up rearranging this a bit so I can put a cave door there, maybe even make it a loot cave, then it would feel like there's a larger structure across that area that's attached to there. And we can do something similar over there. And that would work out, I think, pretty well. Unless you use poured concrete. Oh, I missed something. Wait, what? Roads are best when used on smaller scales unless you use poured concrete. Okay. Oh, are you talking about... Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Is it because of the way the textures are connecting together? How is the poured concrete? How's that look? Let me try that. Poured concrete. That's paint. No, down here. I don't see that in there. Did you mean on the... You mean on the grime layer, don't you? Because I know that one has... P should be up. 3 days until infection. Oh, yes. That's going to be nice. Poured concrete. Where is that? I don't see poured concrete in either of these. So I'm not sure how you're getting poured concrete. But yeah. Let's see. So you're going to see concrete wall poured. Oh, okay. I'll try that real quick. You're going to see concrete wall poured rough. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're talking about? Or is just poured concrete wall? Yeah. I think that's the one you're talking about. And I've got a... Is it down here as well? Unicy, do you want to put it down here too? Concrete raw poured rough. And then we can put like a... Sometimes the dirt layer stretches differently, you know what I mean? Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Concrete has the highest texture quality on our roads. Oh, really? But yeah. That's really cool. Alright. Well, I've got to get going. I think this is looking pretty good. I mean, it looks better this way, obviously. And from a distance, I still think that area is the one spot that's lacking. Like this one part where it's like sticking out. I don't like that at all. But over here is more like what I was imagining it like, which unfortunately is also where it has all of those bad collision problems, you know? But I fixed some of them and put those walls there. It's very noticeable next to eroded. Yeah. So I think I'm going to delete this and go with not doing that. And I'm going to, you know, flip over an actual rock, an actual platform, and bring it down and sort of put it next to, like, put it a little bit better layering. Kind of like, honestly, That's a cool discovered shape. That if I made this ramp up more, up onto that platform, and then you can jump up there. Do you even need to jump? Or will it just ramp? No, it won't ramp. So yeah, you jump up here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. Which gives the attacker team more of an advantage, but does let the defenders still get up there. You know what I mean? Which I think is pretty cool. And this is all part of the vehicle section. So like, you can run up here. You can, ooh, that's weird. You can hop up here. Now that's definitely weird. I'm gonna have to fix that because scaling. And then come over here, and then the vehicle section would be there. And we could rotate this, stretch it a bit, and I think that this would be not too bad as far as, because it's flatter. I think the problem is whenever you get too tall, it starts clipping into it. Not just too, not too flat. Too flat is fine, because I guess there isn't a too flat, I don't think. And then that would be on top of another layer down here so that it doesn't end up being too flat. And we might flip it this side over to give it like a little bit of a ledge feel. If I can make it to where there's a place down here to hide from vehicles if you're here and they're up there and you can just sort of like hop down here, I think that would be a good idea. Because that'd be a good little emergency hidey hole, which puts you very stuck, you know what I mean? If you're, like, other people will be able to attack you from other angles in a very easy way. And then we're going to need one more here that can be, let's see, actually I might just keep it that angle because it kind of looks nice. There, I don't think it looks like you can't really tell it's repeating from that other side the way it is, so I kind of think that's good. I might end up not even using this piece because it's just so big that the collision's just not right for being so close to the ground, you know? Yeah, okay. I think I need to go a little bit wider with this one. Hopefully it's not too wide for any kind of collision problems, but... And that'll be a good place to put some rocks, like some rubble. And that would look pretty good. Vehicles will be like bouncing around on this terrain pretty nicely. Very cool. I can put a rock there. Yeah. I'm liking this so far. And we'll figure out if we, oh look, we're finally at 52%. Look at that. So like we got to like, we had all that done at 51%. All of this stuff over here is just 1%, including these collisions. So I think that this terrain is going to work out perfectly. It's very noticeable next to normal eroded. Yeah, exactly. I know I already read that part, but yeah. So a lot of this other stuff is just going to be this. And so what I'm going to do is make it very tall and just sort of, and I want this to actually kind of wrap back around, sort of around that way. So actually, I want to use this side to give it more of a, curvature to there. And then, since you won't be looking at this side directly, you'll look at it from really far away across the top of it. What I'm going to do is not worry about repeating terrain here, like textures, and do much more like this. And this will be perfect. There we go. I think that is good. And that'll stretch off into the distance that direction. Alright, so yeah. Boom. And I think that's it. I gotta go. So I'll catch you guys later. Let me switch over to my thing. And yeah. So yeah, I'll rename this one to be this map because honestly I barely touched the other map at all before switching over. And I'll catch you guys next time. I'm running out of time on the other map, so I gotta blast through it for the rest of the week. But yeah, I'll catch you later.